Hi everybody and welcome back to the channel. It's time now for our Flashback Friday segment. It gives me an opportunity to share with you clips that I may or may not have aired. Maybe you saw it, maybe you forgot about it. Either way, we get an opportunity to reminisce about Corvette together. On today's show, I'm going to talk about my media presence at various car shows over the years. And when you attend those as a media member, you get into the show before anybody else. You have full access to the car and to the staff. I've done this a number of times in Indianapolis, Chicago, Cleveland. In fact, I was cleared for last April's show in New York that was supposed to be the reveal of the C8 2020 mid-engine Corvette, and I've been in Detroit countless times. And that's going to be kind of weird. Detroit this year is supposed to be in January. It's the first year they're moving that venue to a summer event. Going to be more of an indoor-outdoor type show, and they're going to try and get that show back to what it used to be, and that is the world stage, the world premiere of new automobiles. Kind of curious to see how that goes. We'll keep you updated on that. Now, before today's clip 2 years ago in Los Angeles, I was in Detroit back in 2008 for the launch of the 09 ZR1. Yeah, the Blue Devil. Again, in the show before anybody else, full access to the car, full access to the staff, including media materials. In fact, I was standing in line to get the press kit, and here comes a guy. He comes up, shows the badge, and she says, "Oh no, I'm sorry, you're a supplier. These are reserved for media members." And I'm like, "Here's my media badge." And she goes, "Oh, okay, here's your press kit." In fact, this is the press kit from 2008 to launch the Blue Devil ZR1 in 2009. It's pretty neat. The cover's actually cut out like the ZR1 hood was, and just gave you all kinds of data in here, information on the car. Everything was in blue theme for the Blue Devil, including the CD in the back that had all kinds of information and pictures on it. So when I'm walking around the show, we weren't doing YouTube, but back in 2008, I've been representing Corvette for quite some time. So some of the Chevrolet executives recognized me as I'm walking across the floor, getting ready to go into the car. A guy says, "Rick Conti?" I said, "Well, hey, how you doing?" He says, "Aren't you selling cars anymore?" I said, "Oh, yeah, I am." Because then what are you doing here? This is a media event. I said, "Yeah, I know. Here's my little media badge." And he just kind of rolled his eyes and threw up his hands. I couldn't believe that I was there making that effort to promote the car. Okay, so for Flashback Friday, let's take you back 2 years when I flew to Los Angeles for the reveal of the 2019 ZR1, and this was a huge deal. You know how many of you were in that hurry up and wait mode. There was no fast way to get this car. In fact, they cut 2018 Corvette production just to launch this car. And to this day, think about what that car is. The most powerful car that they've ever made, the most exposed carbon fiber ever on the outside of a car is the 2019 ZR1. And we were there before it was open to the public, and we had full access to the car. In fact, we shared with you some of the first pictures from inside the car, looking out over the hood through the windshield to see, in fact, how tall the ZR1 supercharger was. It was really cool. We even shared with you the engine builder tag. Now, what does all that mean right now? Looking back, absolutely nothing. I don't even know if I'm going to do that kind of stuff anymore in the future, but it was really cool to be there. So thanks for joining us on this flashback segment when we were in Los Angeles at the convention center for the 2019 ZR1 reveal and its convertible on American soil, where the entire car should have been revealed in the first place. Love to be at the public days and hang out with you guys, but we're going to give you a different perspective, and I promise to take you along to the media days. Okay, that's cool. Pack your bags, so let's go on a quick trip to Los Angeles. Driver, oh my gosh, jeez. He knows that I work for Corvette. He's driving a Prius, but I think you're trying to drive it like a Corvette, aren't you? Yeah, you're crazy, man. I love it. It was a hell of a ride.
Why this guy is stupid.
Oh, Jesus.
Sorry.
All right, guys, if you think about it, the world's fastest production Corvette ever made, before it gets to my showroom, before it gets to your driveway, is right here in downtown Los Angeles. We're at the LA Convention Center. Let's go check it out. Quite know where to go, but I'll tell you one thing, man. I can get used to all this glitz and all this glamour, this LA, California stuff. Oh, just incredible. Look at this place. Guys, the ZR1 convertible. Did you ever think you'd see a day where you'd see a car like that with that kind of horsepower? Now, Harlan Charles from Team Corvette, he's here doing an interview with Motor Trend. I talked to him real quick. We've got some more questions for him or somebody else on the Corvette team, and I'd asked him, I said, you know, we see a lot of the low wing on the convertibles. Is the convertible going to be available with a high wing? And he said, yes, it is. So it's neat to see the other manufacturers all enthralled with what we've got going on here. They keep coming over. I'm looking at their badges and stuff. So yeah, they're curious to see what's going on. They're like, I wish I had some of that. I tell you, it's real hard to do any vlogging in here, but we're going to do all we can to capture, as I said, as much as we can. One thing I thought was pretty neat is if you look on your Grand Sports and your Z06s, the fender well has that little bit of an extension that's kind of a plastic lip. Well, that's not on the front of ZR1. Take a look here, see? This is all the fender on the car. Rather than having that lip extension, this is all part of the car. Level of this car, where it starts and where it could go. Pricing was released here in LA. We shared all that information on Facebook for you. If you guys remember with the C6 ZR1, with that car, when you bought it, you got a 3-day course to the Spring Mountain Run Fellow School. This is one of the questions. Are they going to do that for this car, given that it starts at nearly 120 and goes up from there, depending on how fancy you want it? As I said earlier, it's just shocking at how many other manufacturers, of course, they're all curious of what's going on at other competitions booths, and many of them have been over here checking out Corvette, and there's a lot to check out here. Oh my gosh, this is really, really exciting. The car is unbelievable seeing it in person. My question was, okay, well, when the 2018 calendar year is over, is the car over? Is it a one-year-only car? Are we going to see it a second year? The unique thing, the exciting thing for me is that we're here at the LA Auto Show, at the Media Days. What a wonderful venue. Oh, and one of the things I said is, hey, I was going to bring you with me, and we're going to climb up on the stage. You guys want to go on the stage? Here's one of the other questions that I'd had. Some of the people said, well, with the hood being taller because of that supercharger, I mean, does it really obstruct your view? And you know what? I was in the car already. Oh, my gosh, the thing looks freaking fantastic. A little bit of a light glare, but you guys want to see inside the hood? Come on up here. Show you. All right, come on. Don't be bashful. Come on. Apologize, as you see here, it's a little bit of a glare because of all the fancy glitz and glamour that we got going on at the LA Auto Show. So that glare making it hard to see. But I can see here, I'll put my fingers up here. You can check that out. You can see that's about how high the hood is from the dash when you're sitting in the car. And it's not bad, but it's cool, man. I mean, it's really cool. All right, you guys have read the specs on this high wing, as everybody's calling it, the high wing or the big wing. Well, look what I brought with me, a tape measure. Let's see how big this sucker is. Yeah, give me the big wing. Now, the other question of concern from some of the people walking up here on the stage, different members of the media, looking at it, they're like, well, does the hatch even open? Well, yeah, the hatch opens. Those pictures give you a pretty good idea. It's really, really tight, but once you get it open, you're going to go from the side, drop in your items, and you still have a user-friendly supercar. Yeah, you've got a user-friendly supercar. Great value. It's not 400 grand. A couple other questions have been coming in through the YouTube channel, text messages and what have you. We saw the reveal at a special invite right here in Los Angeles, and a lot of people thought that this color was some type of a new color. Even I thought it was some type of a new color. I guess, again, with all the glitz and the glamour and the lights, you pick up a little bit of the blue hue and the Watkins Glen gray, and no, that's not a new color. But because it has a little bit of a blue fleck and it has a little bit of that blue hue in the right light, the ZR1 blue calipers and the logos, They look stunning and absolutely incredible. Well, guys, being here at the LA Auto Show has been nothing far than just spectacular for me. For Coughlin Chevrolet in Pataskala, Ohio, on location at the Los Angeles Auto Show, this is Rick Corvette Conti. Thank you for joining us.
Proper timing of certain turns when you're in the back. Try not to follow the car in front of you into the corner too early. But good improvements, okay? Looking good. Wow. Alright, this is the apex here, Rick. And looking up to the top of the hill there. For these first few laps, just get a feel for it. So we're really not generating a ton of speed from corner to corner. We're just kind of feeling what it would be like if we were driving these cars, you know, whether it's touring and everyday driving or, you know, sport, driving a little bit more spirited. Okay, so let it come out more to the middle here and then sweep the car down to this apex. It'll open up your exit. Good, that was perfect.